Hi and welcome to lesson 4 of our Bringing in the Moment in our yoga series of lessons. This lesson we're going to look at physically lengthening through the spine in the dog posture, Adho, Mukha, Svanasana. And we're going to start to bring a deeper awareness in your spine as you start to, and through your whole body really, as you start to lengthen out your body. So in yoga, we like to strengthen, we like to create flexibility, and we also like to lengthen out your body as well so that your muscles aren't tight and full of tension. So we're going to start with a floor-based warm-up to begin with. Before we start that, just grab yourself a stretchy band, a sash, a scarf, or something that you can wrap around and do a hamstring stretch with. So if you just go and grab that now, and then we'll come back to start the warm-up. So we'll start by coming down onto your back and just bringing your feet so that they're flat on the mat. And we're just going to start to take our awareness through your body, starting from the crown of your head, and just starting to feel your body sinking down into the mat. So just let the weight of your body sink down into the mat. Just making sure that your ears are away from your shoulders. And we're just supporting your back in this way by having the feet flat on the mat and your knees up towards the ceiling. Beginning to tune into your breathing. Just allowing each inhalation to really nourish your body. Each exhalation just lets your body soften down. Just letting your body let go. As you allow the mat, the floor, the earth to hold you up, you'll feel that your body just releases. And then just starting to bring some gentle movement in your body. We're going to raise the arms up. Awareness to your knees. We're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to drop the knees down to one side and just turning your head to the other. So back into this gorgeous movement, the lying spinal twist. It's such a lovely way to start a class, just to let your back stretch out. I'm going to inhale, raise the knees up. Exhale, dropping them down to the opposite side, looking along your arm. Just really enjoying these restorative stretches. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dropping down. And then final time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, dropping down. Lovely. Feels good, doesn't it? I love this stretch. And then we raise up. Great. And just let your arms relax down by the side of the body. So the next stretch that we're going to do is a piriformis stretch. So this muscle here, if you ever have lower back pain, that kind of thing, then check out your piriformis muscle, because it's the muscle, it's like a hammock muscle behind our glutes that just kind of connects the tops of the legs with the lower back. So if it's really tight, then it can cause problems for us here. So there's 2 stages to it. So the first stage, you're going to take your right leg and just cross it over your left. Abdominal muscles are pulled back towards your spine, and you're going to inhale, bring your hands and wrap them around your legs. And then just let your head and neck drop back and just let the weight of your legs drop towards your chest. And just breathe in. You may or may not feel a stretch here depending on how tight your piriformis muscle is. If you need to, you may also need to use a scarf or a belt or a sash to draw your legs towards you. And then just releasing your hands, just let your legs gently drop back to the mat, and we'll swap over your legs. So left leg is crossed over your right. Again, just bring in your chin so it's parallel to your chest, and just lengthen through the back of your neck. Core is engaged as you exhale, abdominal muscles back towards the spine. Inhale, reaching up, exhale, dropping down. And again, chin is towards your chest, lengthening through. And just noticing if it's any different on this side. Sometimes it's tighter on one side than the other. Just want to allow your whole body to lengthen out today. And then again, just letting your arms relax. So you may have felt that that was enough for you for a stretch. If that was the case, then just come back into the same stretch. Or otherwise, this time we're going to bring your right foot and place it on your knee. Now you want to have the sole of your foot away from facing the outside of your leg. So this time we feed the right arm between the two thighs, meet the left hand behind the left thigh. Again, just lengthen out through your back as you place your head back down. And then if you didn't feel this stretch last time, I'm pretty sure that you will this time. And you can just consciously push your right knee away if you want to extend into the stretch a little bit further. Just keep checking in with that your chin is down to your chest, so you've got that length through the back of your body. And just breathe here and let your muscles open out. One more full breath cycle. Great. And then just letting your hands relax. And we'll swap the feet over. So this time your left foot comes on to the leg. Again, the sole of the foot is pointing away from your body. I'm going to take the left hand between the thighs, meet the right hand at the back of your right thigh and draw yourself back. Again, chin is down towards your chest. Again, just checking in. Is it tighter on this side than it was on the other? How do you feel in your body? And again, you can just push that left knee away from you to enhance the stretch. Really good stretch for issues around sciatica and that kind of thing. Brilliant. And then bringing your feet back down onto the mat. Great. So if you just want to reach for your band now, or your sash or your belt, and we're going to come into a hamstring stretch. So again, lengthening through the back of your neck. So you're going to take your sash and wrap it around your foot, and just making sure that you've got that thickness as much as you can. Now initially, we're just going to push your foot away. Can you see I'm not coming into a full stretch to start with? I'm just going to push my lower back down into the mat and start to lift the leg, and I push through my heel. So bringing your leg towards you, and you're just going to push through your heel. That's it. And just allow your hamstrings to stretch out. So I always say it's like you're on the edge of a comfortable challenge, as it were. You don't want to push it too far so your leg is shaky. You just want to get where you feel like you can feel your muscle lengthening out. And again, just allow yourself to tune into your breathing. To allow this length to occur through your leg. And you may be able to draw your leg a little bit closer. Just work out, see how you feel. Often people will really try and push this stretch, and it's kind of counterproductive, because what you want to get to is the point in your muscle that it's actually comfortably lengthening out without too much force, so you're not straining the muscle fibers. That's it. And then we're going to bend into the leg, and then we'll swap over to the other side. So you've got your foot around. Again, remembering to push and straighten your leg out first. Lengthen through the back of your neck, chin is towards the chest. Core is engaged as you exhale. And then you begin to draw your leg, really tuning into the back of your leg, starting to work the leg as you push through the heel, getting to that point that you feel, okay, that's a comfortable stretch. Both of your hips are still down on the mat, so it might be tempting to kind of lift your leg up, keep the hips down on the mat, and then hold into your stretch. So if you are like you do a lot of high impact sports, or running, football, if you are cycling quite a bit, then often hamstrings, or swimmers, hamstrings can be quite tight. So just let them lengthen out in a kind way. So yoga is all about being kind to yourself. If you do practice sports that are quite high impact, it's a totally different philosophy. So just practice kindness and care with your body at all times when you're practicing yoga. Bringing your foot a little bit further. And then relaxing your foot back down. It's brilliant. And just take a couple of breaths here. So we're going to lengthen through for our final floor-based warm-up. We're going to lengthen the left leg. Take hold of your right knee and just inhale. And just stretch your knee towards each other. You're lengthening through. The left leg isn't just lounging around, it's working. The toes are drawn toward you. You're pushing it down into the mat as you draw your knee towards you, and just breathe into your back. And then letting your leg relax down. And then we'll do the same with the opposite leg. So lengthening through your right leg, pushing the leg down into the mat. You're going to inhale and draw the knee back towards you again, remembering to lengthen through the back as you bring your chin to your chest. Couple of breaths here. And then bringing both knees in. We're just going to gently rock from side to side. Lovely. And then bringing your knees down flat on the mat, rolling onto your side, push up onto your hands and come to a seated position. So we're going to come up to standing now. So now we're in our standing position. We're going to start to do some further stretches on the backs of the legs to lengthen out through the backs of the legs in preparation for our dog posture. So I'm going to do these on the side of the mat. So you might want to turn on your side to do this so that you can get a really good stretch. So you want to take your right leg. So if you've got your feet together, you're going to take your right leg and just push your calf back. Now you'll feel that this is a bit of a balancing act for you. So you might want to, if it's too much of a balance, you might want to just bring your heel a bit closer. I'm just going to raise the arms up here and just stretch up and lengthen through the fingertips and then lower down, all the way down. I'm going to do that a couple more times. So really pushing through that back heel. We're going to inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. And then we'll swap over feet. So you're just going to, I find it easier to sort of step back, line my feet up first, and then step back, find my balance, and find a point that it's wide enough so that you are getting a stretch through that back heel. And you don't want this front knee to be any further than over your ankle. Okay. So again, we're going to push down. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. And then stepping forward. So we're going to change the feet now. So I'll come around this side, then you can see the foot movement. So this one, you're just going to step back a little way. So I just sort of go past my knee and a bit further back, and I take my weight onto the back leg. So it's almost like you're trying to sit down onto a stool, and you can raise your toes of this leg. It's more that your weight is down through the back, and you're wanting to get a stretch into the very back of your ankle, into the soleus muscle. So just sit, and you might need to play around with this. And just let the muscle stretch out. Again, once you find it, we're going to lengthen up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then just letting your foot relax. Just give it a shake out because it's quite strong on the ankle. Is that? And then we'll do the other side. I'm just turning so that you can see me. So we're just going to step back, a small step back, as though you're sitting down on like a low chair or a stool. And just find the point that you can feel you start to stretch through your ankle. And then we're going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. And again, just giving your ankle a shake. And then we're going to come into just a wide angle forward bend to complete our warm up, to give one last through the whole of your legs. So drawing your abdominal muscles down, soften into your knees, and just let your legs, your hands, let your legs stretch out, let your arms drop down, let your head relax down. As though you're breathing into the backs of your legs and slightly lifting the muscles up towards the hip. And as you breathe out, you let the breath wash through your upper body, clearing, releasing, lengthening through the backs of your legs, and then beginning to lengthen through your upper body as you drop forward. You may just have your hands on your knees, and that's fine. Just meet yourself where you are today, rather than wanting to be something else. And then just bringing yourself back to hip width apart, standing tall, and probably feeling a little bit taller as well. So we're now going to move into an energy block release sequence. So I'll invite you to bring your feet to hip width apart, which is the measurement of your foot, alongside. And just check, looking down, that your toes are facing forwards. It might feel strange for you to be in this alignment. Just that's why it's important to have a look first and just get your alignment perfect for your body. Travelling up from your feet, beginning to soften into your knees. bringing your awareness to your hips and pelvis. One hand on the front, one hand on the back, just rocking back and forth, just easing out. Maybe a little bit of tightness in your lower back, and then bring your pelvis into a neutral position and just let your arms rest down by the sides of your body. And we'll engage the core muscles now, so thinking about the muscles of your pelvic floor, your abdominal muscles. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, I'm just going to lift. It's like a lift of the pelvic floor, drawing your abdominal muscles back. And then you begin to lengthen through your spine, lifting through your sternum, chin is parallel to your chest, just taking your shoulders up, relaxing them down. And just take a couple of breaths here, just closing your eyes, just being really aware of how your body's feeling right now. Feeling that length as you inhale, the softness as you exhale. Great. And then we're going to bring your hand, so you're going to cross your right hand over your left. We're going to soften into your knees, and we're going to raise the arms up and then relax as you exhale. And then you bring your left hand over your right. Arms raise up, exhale. So we'll add the breath. Inhale. Really softening down into your knees as you exhale. Left over right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Just keep flowing with these movements. Widening your arms. In. Exhale. Just allowing your shoulders, your elbows, your hands to relax down each time you lower. Just feeling that physical sensation of letting that tension go in your body. Lovely. One more time. And then bring in your hands. Just let them consciously float down back to by your sides. Awareness to your hands. We're going to inhale and raise your hands above the crown of your head. If you have any problems with blood pressure, you can start the movement from here and go lower rather than having your hands up high. So we're going to just sink into the knees and then just bring the hands either down to the crown of the head or lower if you wish. And then we're going to inhale. Sink down. Exhale. Inhale. Sinking down. So I'll turn on my side so you can see this movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you really want to try to keep your tailbone tucked under. Inhale. Exhale. As you come back to standing. Inhale. Exhale. And then final time, we're going to lower the hands down in front of your heart. Exhale. Hands then open in front of the heart and just expand out as though you're hugging a tree. We're going to inhale. Palms turn away. We exhale as we sink down. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale. So just keep flowing with your breath. Just allowing a real softness to come into your body, that nourishment with your inhalation, a softness with your exhalation. And then to complete the movement, we're going to bring the hands up and take them out to the sides. You're going to start to rotate your arms one way and then the other. So the movement originates from your shoulder blade. You're rotating shoulder blades one way and then the other. That's it. Squeezing. This is a really good movement as you take your arms back to squeeze that point between your shoulder blades. Rotate them round. Tailbone is tucked under. Squeezing around. Lovely. And then taking this movement down into your elbows. And then down into your wrists. Right. Excellent. I'm going to raise the hands up. Come into a spinal twist. So you're going to turn your right foot to 90 degrees. Raise your back heel. And find your balance. So you might want to just step your feet a little bit wider to find your balance. Abdominal muscles drawn back away from your clothing towards the spine. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to rotate round and take your left hand and put it on your right shoulder. So you can see if I turn that you've got your hand on your shoulder in this way, and you're turning behind you. And then you raise up, flow back to centre. We'll do the same on the other side. So you adjust your left foot this time, right heel raises, flowing round. Right hand comes onto left shoulder. So again, I'll just show you that movement, just resting your hand on and looking behind you. And we're going to inhale, flow around, exhale, just relaxing your arms. We've got one more spinal twist. We raise the arms up, turning the foot. Core is engaged. You're going to flow around. Left fingertips touch right shoulder. This time your right hand you'll be able to see wraps around the back of your waist, and you're leading with your left shoulder. Keeping your spine nice and upright. Inhale, flow back around. And then we'll travel over to the left side to complete the movement. So your right fingertips go on your left shoulder, wrapping your arm around the lower back, leading with that right elbow this time to a full spinal twist. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, flow forward. Great. So the next few movements that we're going to do are to really get into the deeper muscles of your spine. So I'm going to demonstrate the movement first, and then we'll do it all together each time we do these movements, so that we can avoid you getting into a movement and then turning and twisting your spine in a way that isn't really that helpful. So I'm going to do this first one on my side. Take my feet a little bit wider out. Core is engaged. I'm just going to sink down, probably go a little bit wider. And I'm going to start to round my back off from my lower back. And you'll notice I've got my pack on. I've got some kind of strange anomaly. And you just round your back off, and then you're going to start the movement from your base of your back. So you take your hips back, lengthen through the abdomen, through the chest, and raise your head. And then you just go in the opposite direction. So you start by tucking your tailbone under, round your back. The head is the last part to move. Take your hips back, lengthen through, and lift. And just keep flowing in that way. Okay. So if you come to standing with your feet, probably about 2 hip widths apart, you're going to sink down into your knees, and you've got your fingertips into your thighs. Abdominal muscles are drawn back towards your spine. And we're going to start to round the back off. So you're lifting your spine towards the ceiling, relaxing your head down. And then we're going to take your hips back and start to travel through abdomen up to the sternum, lifting your head up. So again, I'll come onto my side so you can see the movement. We start to round the back off. And then you inhale, coming up. Exhale, rounding off. Inhale. So you exhale, head drops down. Inhale, lifting up, and then come into a flat back. So again, if you want to just come up to standing, and I'll demonstrate the next movement for you. If you know the movements, if you're familiar, then feel free to join me straight away. So awareness comes to your right elbow and shoulder, and you're just going to drop them towards the midline and turn to your left to look around. You inhale, come back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Okay, so coming down, if you join me now, fingers are pointing inwards. We're going to inhale, right shoulder drops in, look to your left, just being aware of how your neck feels as you look to the left, making sure that your neck's comfortable. Inhale back to center, exhale, looking over to your right. One more time on each side. Inhale, back to center, exhale, inhale, back to center, exhale. Brilliant. And again, just uncurling back to standing. Or if you want to, so watch this movement. If you know it, you can join me. You're going to bring your hands down to the mat. Now you may want to either have your hands resting on a stool, on a cushion, or you're comfortable with your hands down. You let your head relax. We're going to bring the right hand between the feet. Just take your feet a little bit wider. And then you're going to lift just the left elbow, feel into this twist, and let your arm uncurl. And then we bend at the elbow, travel back down. Same on the opposite side. So we inhale, as though you're opening your wing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so if you'd like to join me now, so take your feet a little bit wider. We're going to start to drop down. And again, just placing your hands on your cushions or on your chair, whatever feels right for you on your stool. Taking your right hand, place it between your feet, about the central point, and just raise your left elbow so your left hand comes and touches your left hip, and you turn to look towards your left. And then as you inhale, just allow your arm to open. And then you exhale, let your hand come back to the hip, and then let your hips become level as you bring your hand back to the mat. Swapping hands, so your left hand comes in. We're going to inhale, elbow comes up. Exhale, open up. Inhale, elbow relaxes. Exhale, drop your hand. We'll do one more on each side. So right hand is between your feet. We're going to inhale. Elbow raises. Open up. Exhale. Lowering down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely. Exhale. And just walk your feet back together to hip width apart. Let your head and neck relax down. Slowly start to uncurl, allowing your hands to raise up. Lovely stretch up, and then just let your head and neck and hands relax down. Taking a couple of breaths now, just closing your eyes. allowing the blood to flow back through your body, just bringing all of that nourishment into your organs as we complete our spinal movements. Okay, so our posture that we've been working up towards is the dog posture. So we're going to come down onto the mat for this posture. So I'll just come in onto your hands and knees. Now, before we actually go into this posture, we're going to work through a preparation posture just to lengthen through our backs before we start. So if you bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, and then we're going to gently just drop back into extended child's pose. Now we need to come into extended active child's pose where you draw your hands forward, spread your fingers, the middle finger leads directly forward, and let your head drop down towards the mat. Now you may want to have a cushion between the backs of the calves, the backs of the thighs, or you might want to just raise your hips a little bit further. And just feel that length through your spine. You may want to have a pillow to rest your head on if your forehead doesn't want to rest on the floor. And I want you to start to tune into your back. And just start to breathe through your back. From the lower back breathe into lower back and middle back. And then lower back, middle back into your upper back. And then just taking your focus to initially your little fingers. You're just going to put a bit of pressure on so you can feel that your shoulders open across the top of your back, pushing down into your index finger, and just try and draw your shoulders away down towards the lower back as you push into your index fingers. And then just letting your arms relax. We're going to walk them back up. Great. So your back is nice and lengthened now. So a couple of those things we want to transfer into the dog posture when you eventually come into the dog posture. So we'll do that now. So you're going to bring your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And you want to just tuck your toes under and push up, push your hips up. We're just going to keep the knees bent and the heels off the floor. And you want to try and just feel that your back is lengthened out, almost like your ears are sort of aligned on the inside of your arms. And then we're just going to start to push your left heel down, keep your right heel up. Push your right heel down, keep your left heel up. So pushing down one, and then the other. So this is called walking the dog. So you're just warming your hamstrings up. And then we're going to drop back down to the knees and just let your feet rest on the mat. Okay. So to come into our full dog posture now, you've got that length through your fingers, tucking your toes under. We're going to push up, take the weight first of all, just slightly forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw your abdominal muscles back towards your spine and push your hips. So you want to try and get your sitting bones as though they're going to the ceiling. So trying to lengthen through your sitting bones. If your heels don't want to go down on the mat, you can keep your knees slightly bent. It always helps me to keep my spine straight when my knees are slightly bent. So you want to feel that You're lengthening through the backs of your legs. Sitting bones are going up towards the ceiling. Pushing down through your little fingers, expanding through your shoulders. Pushing down into the index finger and take your shoulders down towards, well, it's almost up this way, towards your hips. So you're lengthening out through your back. Hold. And then coming down, well done, onto your knees. Feet are flat. We're going to come into restorative child's pose now. So just relaxing the hands down. So your shoulders can have a nice relaxation. And just letting your upper body relax down. You might want to then bring your hands around your ankles. Again, if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can always bring one fist on top of the other. Just allowing your hands to be relaxed. Just taking a few breaths here and letting your body really let go down into the mat. And then when you're ready, bring your abdominal muscles back towards your spine. Hold. And then just start to use your core to lengthen up. Just bringing your chin to your chest. And coming into a different seated position if this one isn't comfortable for you. Just taking a few breaths. Just letting your shoulders relax. Notice how you feel. And then it's time to get your cushion and your blanket for the relaxation. So preparing to come into relaxation, just allow yourself to lie down comfortably on your mat, finding some length from your shoulders and your ears, between your shoulders and your ears. Lifting your spine and just lengthening out through your back. Maybe pushing out through your heels, finding some length through the whole of your body and allowing your arms to rest down either by your sides, your palms facing uppermost, or if you want to rest your hands on your abdomen, just let gently place on your abdomen. Just beginning to allow your body to sink down into the ground, letting go and just allowing all of the movements that you've done to start to integrate into your body without any effort. Just taking a few breaths and allowing your body to settle. And just check in that every part of you feels really comfortable. And then begin to draw your awareness down to your feet. We're just going to gently point the toes away. And you just feel that stretch across the tops of your legs, and then begin to bring the toes back towards you and just feel that stretch through the backs of your legs. Once more, pointing the toes away, stretching through the fronts of your legs, and then drawing the toes back towards you. You stretch through the backs of your legs. And then just allow your feet to fall out to the sides. And then beginning to bring your awareness into your calves, give them a gentle squeeze. And then release. into your thighs. Just a gentle squeeze as you inhale and release as you exhale. Awareness into the gluteal muscles as you gently squeeze the buttocks. Hold and then release. Lovely. Awareness into your abdomen as you breathe in, expanding through your abdomen. And as you exhale, drawing the abdominal muscles back towards your spine. Hold and then release. Starting to bring your awareness into the focus of your chest and lungs. And as you begin to breathe in, just start to feel that full capacity of your lungs filling, expanding through your chest. And then as you exhale, just feeling your upper body sinking down into the mat, sinking down. And then bringing your awareness into your right hand. And just slowly curling the fingers over your thumb. And we're going to take the arm out to the side and just start to rotate from your shoulder. So you're turning your wrist in one direction and the other, and that movement travels all the way up your arm. Just rotating round. So really squeezing into the top of your arm as though it were a dishcloth. And then just allowing your arm to float down. Just feeling your shoulder, elbow, wrist relaxed. We'll travel over to the other side. And in your own time, wrapping your fingers around your thumb. Taking the arm out to the side of your body, just squeezing into your hand a little. And starting to rotate from your shoulder all the way down to the wrist. One direction. And then the other. And then allowing your arm to gently float back down to the mat. Just feeling your shoulders, your elbow, and wrist really soften. Just allowing your attention to gently travel up to your neck and throat. And we're slowly going to rotate the head from one side to the other, just really feeling into your neck. Just feeling into that lovely stretch in your neck, just releasing any last bits of tightness or tension. And then in your own time, bringing your head back to center. We're going to slowly just take the chin towards the chest, but you feel that you're lengthening out through the back of your neck. And then just allowing your head to relax down into the cushion. Bringing your awareness into the muscles of your face and giving them a squeeze through the jaw, the cheeks, the eyes, the forehead. And as you let go, just feel the whole of your face dropping into a deeper softness, a deeper sense of letting go of any tightness or tension in this space. Taking your awareness into the crown of your head. And as you exhale, just feeling your brain relaxing down in the skull, just allowing your thoughts to relax that little bit more, just giving your mind permission to relax that little bit more. And then beginning to bring your full attention to the movement of your body as you breathe in and out, just following the breath in through your nose, into the lungs, feeling the lungs expand, and as you exhale, feeling maybe a softness starting to fill your body with each exhalation. And just seeing if each time you exhale, you can really let go a little bit more, giving yourself permission to move into a deeper space of relaxation now. And then as you take your next breath in, just allow your awareness to gently drift to your feet. Allow the breath to fill your feet as though they were hollow. And as you exhale, just feeling your feet soften that little bit more. Just having that sense of gratitude for all the hard work that the feet do for us on a day-to-day basis. And then with your next inhalation, begin to take your focus into your calves, your shins and your knees. As though the breath were filling this space. And as you exhale, just feeling that softness, wave of lightness, fill this space in your body. And then beginning to draw your awareness into your thighs. And begin to take the breath as though the breath is filling your thighs now. Creating space for this softness that you sink into as you exhale, so the whole of your legs filled with soft sense of relaxation, of lightness. Beginning to breathe into your hips and your pelvis. And as you exhale, just feeling this softness filling this space. And then breathing in this sense of lightness into your belly. And as you exhale, just feeling your belly really soften, relaxing down. Allowing your focus to travel to your lower back as you breathe into this space. And as you exhale, allowing your lower back to really soften and relax down. And just feeling with ease your upper body as it fills with the next breath. And just allowing the whole of the front of your body now, the upper body, to soften and relax as you exhale. And then with the next in-breath, consciously become aware of your back, the whole of your back on the mat. And as you exhale, just feel your whole spine from the top of the neck to the base of your spine, softening, relaxing down. Awareness to your right arm now as though it were hollow. Just allow the breath to fill as you inhale. Fill the arm and hand. And as you exhale, just feeling that wave of softness from the top of your shoulder to your elbow, to your wrist, to your fingertips. Soft and lightness filling your arm. Allowing your awareness to travel over to your left arm now, and as you inhale, just feeling the breath filling from the shoulder, elbow down to the tips of your fingers. And filling with that softness as you exhale, that lightness really filling most of your body now. You become light and free in your body. And then breathe in that softness into the throat and the neck. And as you exhale, just feel your throat, your neck softening down. Bringing your awareness into your jaw and just allowing the breath to fill this space as you inhale. And let it soften. Jaw as you exhale, being really conscious of the point where the upper and lower jaw meet. Allow that space to soften away from your ears. Beginning to breathe into your cheeks. And then consciously allowing your cheeks to rest on your cheekbones. Beginning to breathe into your eyes. So you're breathing in that lovely sense of freshness, of nourishment. And then allowing your eyes to rest down in their sockets, nothing to do, nowhere to go. And then bringing your awareness into the forehead. And just beginning to breathe into this space. We're going to take a few breaths in and out here and just allow your forehead to really soften. And each time you do so, just let your thoughts soften. Allowing your mind, just for these next few breaths, to soften. Maybe having a sense that there's more space between your thoughts. Thoughts pop into your mind, not a problem, just exhale and let them go. It's a natural process, thoughts come and go. And then finally taking your awareness to the crown of your head. Just begin again to breathe into this space, and as you exhale, just feeling a softness. And then beginning to notice this ripple of lightness that travels through your whole body now each time you exhale. Just let yourself, just for the next few breaths, just drop into this beautiful space of stillness, of peace, tranquility, knowing that when you move into this space, it's deeply nourishing for whatever you need for yourself right now. So allow yourself just rest here. And then when you're ready, just preparing to start to awaken. Initially by becoming aware of the movement of your body once more with your breath. So just starting to draw your attention into your physical body. Becoming aware of the back of the head as it rests on the mat. The backs of your shoulders, the backs of your arms and hands. Becoming aware of the back of your spine, the whole of the spine, as it rests down on the mat. Just breathing into this space and starting to energize and awaken the back, your arms, the back of the head. Becoming aware of the back of the hips, backs of your legs, the ankles as they rest down on the floor. And begin to breathe into this space and allow your body to start to energize. You might feel just a little bit of natural movement coming into your body as you do this. And then becoming aware of the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, the fronts of your legs, the shins, the thighs. And just breathe into this space and allow your breath, your inhalation now, to really nourish and energize you, starting to gently awaken you. Fills your body with fresh oxygen. Becoming aware of your abdomen, chest and lungs. Breathe into this space and just feel that sense of energy and vitality pouring into your body, into all of your internal organs as you nourish them with your breath into the digestive system, into your kidneys, into your liver. into your heart and your lungs. Just consciously drawing that nourishment into your body. And then begin to draw that nourishment into your face. As you allow your face to awaken, allowing your thoughts, still soft and relaxed, to awaken that little bit more as you become aware, as you connect to your physical body awakening, maybe bringing some movement in your fingers and your toes now. And then in your own time, that's when you feel ready, I'll invite you to roll onto your right side. That's comfortable for you. And just allow yourself to rest on your side. Start to awaken that little bit more. And then in your own time, you can take your hands in front of your body. Begin to push yourself up into a seated position. Just a comfortable seated position. We're going to take the palms of the hands and just rub them together. And as you do so, once they're nice and warm, if you just allow your head to relax and just position the palms over the eyes. And just begin to open the eyes into the darkness of your palms. And if you wish, just giving your face a gentle massage to awaken. This feels quite nice, just to maybe massage your temples and just pushing the index middle finger around the eye sockets to your face, into the chin. Lots of acupressure points that would welcome this. And then just allowing yourself to awaken. Lovely. Namaste.